Dear NAWEC, I write this letter in the dark, not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. The fan is still, the lights are out, the water has stopped running because the pumps need power too. And somewhere across this tiny nation, mothers are fanning babies with pieces of cardboard. Students are staring at blank screens. Business owners are watching profits disappear, and patients in hospital wards are using mobile phones as flashlights. Okay. The smallest country on mainland Africa, smallest. A country you can drive across in hours, yet somehow too large to keep illuminated. Our neighbours manage 24 hours. Our neighbours keep the lights on. Our neighbours power homes, schools, hospitals and businesses, yet here we are, a nation sitting in darkness, waiting for a timetable that only exists on paper. A timetable that promises, a timetable that lies, a timetable that arrives with certainty and disappears with the electricity. Okay. Weeks have passed, weeks of excuses, weeks of statements, weeks of reassurances. And still, there seems to be no end in sight. We hear of millions in debt, millions, while aid has flowed into this nation from countries that believed in our future, countries that believed we could build, countries that believed that we could grow. So where did the priorities go? Because development cannot survive in darkness. Children cannot study in darkness. Businesses cannot thrive in darkness. Hospitals cannot heal in darkness. A nation cannot move forward while constantly being dragged backwards by a power cut. Bekeng. Sometimes I think about our youths, the thousands who risk their lives on the back way, the thousands who board boats and disappear into oceans, the thousands who leave their mothers crying at a gate. I used to say, stay. I used to say, there is hope here. I used to advocate against leaving. But when basic human necessities become luxuries, what answers do we give them? When electricity becomes a privilege, when water becomes uncertain, when opportunities become scarce, when promises become permanent residents, while solutions never arrive, can we truly blame them for searching elsewhere? Bekeng. President Barrow calls us a third world country. Maybe. But being a developing nation is not a life sentence. Countries develop, countries improve, countries transform, but transformation requires priorities. 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 Not speeches, not excuses, not blame. Solutions. Real solutions. Because this is not the 1970s. The world is moving forward. Technology is advancing. Cities are growing. Nations are innovating. Yet every night, Gambians gather around charged phones and power banks preparing for another blackout as though darkness was a natural disaster. Okay? This letter is not just for NAWEC. This letter is for all of us, for every citizen tired of complaining in whispers, for every young person wondering whether their future lies elsewhere, for every mother carrying buckets because the taps have run dry, for every patient hoping that the generator keeps running, for every Gambian who knows we deserve better. The Gambia deserves better. Not tomorrow, not next year, not after another committee meeting, now. Because a nation cannot reach its full potential while sitting in the dark. So dear NAWEC, the lights are out, but the people are watching. And one day, the people will demand more than just explanations. They will demand results. Until then, we wait in darkness. Again. Bekeng.